Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. James Gunn just teased Guardians of the Galaxy 2 coming to Comic-Con and some things that they're going to be showing off. They're basically showing footage off from the movie. So I'm going to play this clip here, then I'm going to break down what they're probably going to be bringing.
All right, we are here live from the set of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And there's a guy who I've been around for about 4 years now, 3.5 years. Become a close friend. And we've been through a long journey together, and I am wrapping Mr. Chris Pratt from the set of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
I was going to get you.
We also want to let everybody on Facebook know that we have an announcement. We, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, are coming to San Diego Comic-Con this year. We are going to be there. I'm going to be there. Chris Pratt is going to be there. A bunch of the gang is going to be there. And we're going to show you guys something pretty cool.
James's movie. Yes. See you at Comic-Con.
So he's basically wrapping Chris Pratt on the movie here. They're pretty much done shooting principal photography. They say they have a couple shots left, but they'll have all kinds of footage to pick from when they bring it to Comic-Con. So if you weren't at Comic-Con 2013, that was when they teased the first Guardians movie. They'd only been shooting the movie for about 2 weeks, so they didn't have a whole lot of footage. The only part of that teaser that made it into the final cut of the movie, like the stuff that we actually saw in theaters, was when Peter Quill was doing the middle finger when they were in that lineup. In the Nova Corps, like, what a bunch of a-holes. It was really just a montage introducing all the Guardians characters, because you'd never really seen this version of them on screen before. So it was a way for Marvel to show you how cool the movie looked, how Star Wars steampunky it looked, and how funny it was going to be. Just a really quick teaser saying, hey, this is kind of what the movie's going to look like, this is kind of what it's going to feel like. So that's probably what they're going to bring to the second movie. But because we know these characters, there'll probably be a couple funny riffs from jokes from the first movie, like a Howard the Duck collector type joke, in addition to teasing the new Guardian. So Mantis is the new Guardian that's going to be flying on the Milano. James Gunn's been teasing her from behind the scenes. If you didn't read the Guardians of the Galaxy comic book, there have been a number of different versions of the team. She was on the team during the Annihilation Conquest storyline. That was the story of how the Guardians came together. Now there's like an older version of the team in the comics than that, but the elements from the first film were largely inspired by that Annihilation Conquest storyline, even though the story of it was dramatically different. But we've also been seeing teasers about the villain. She might be Kismet, but that's not confirmed. I don't know if they're going to show the villain off in the Comic-Con teaser, because usually the Comic-Con footage is meant to be a little more funny. They might include it, but like I'm not expecting to see Sylvester Stallone or even Kurt Russell. It'd be amazing if they were in the Comic-Con teaser. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think they're going to include? I think Groot is a big question mark too, because we had Dancing Baby Groot at the end of the last movie. Obviously, we all know that Groot regrows himself, so Groot will be back to normal size by the end of the movie. But because they haven't really explained how Groot works fully in the movie universe, we'll probably see that play out over the first act of the film at least. Like, you'll see the film follow up with Groot and he won't be fully grown yet. But in the comics, he can actually regrow himself pretty fast. It doesn't take that long. You just take like a small piece of biomatter from him, like a twig or something, plant it in soil and water, and boom, he just regrows himself like a tree would. But I would be very surprised if he's back to normal at the beginning of the movie. I don't think that's going to be a thing. It feels like one of those things that James Gunn would have some fun with. Side note, this is actually pretty interesting. A lot of the merchandising, not the marketing, but the merchandising for Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is based around Groot's character. I think that's just because he was so popular when the first movie came out. They want to capitalize on that. But think about what that means for his character in the movie. So even though there's going to be a whole bunch of different things happening, we're going to learn who Peter Quill's father is. There'll be another big antagonist that's not Thanos. They'll follow up on Thanos, but he's not going to be the main antagonist. They'll have some giant Groot story that'll be totally awesome. They'll have another crazy "We Are Groot" moment, something really cool. Let me know in the comments though, what do you think that's going to be? Like, why do you think that Groot is a much bigger deal than any of the other characters for their merchandising? Really, I think it's like a little kid toy sales thing where people, adults, little kids, everyone unanimously loves Groot. So they're like, okay, great, we'll go with him because everyone likes him more than the other characters. But I haven't completely finalized my Comic-Con plans, so whatever ends up happening, no worries, I'll totally do a video for whatever footage Marvel ends up bringing. There'll definitely be footage for Guardians of the Galaxy. maybe Doctor Strange, but since it's coming out so close, we'll probably already have a bunch of footage for that, so there won't be quite as many surprises. I'm expecting a few surprises from Marvel, so whatever ends up happening, don't worry, I will totally do videos for it. And for those of you that are going to VidCon next week, I will be at VidCon. It's not this weekend, but it's the weekend after that, so I will be there all weekend, so be sure to say hi if you guys are there. My next video will be Spider-Man because they just confirmed that Michael Keaton is playing the Vulture. He'll be the main villain. There's a couple other characters that they've cast, so I'll explain everything whenever I post that. So while you guys wait for my next video to post, you can click here to learn all about Superman coming to Supergirl, like they actually cast the actor. And you can click here to learn all about the Guardians of the Galaxy villain and Peter Quill's father. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.